Section 13 of Captain Billy's Whiz Bang, Volume 2, Number 18, March 1921. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Alan Lawley. Captain Billy's Whiz Bang, Volume 2, Number 18, March 1921, by W. H. Fawcett. Smokehouse Poetry, Part 2. A Ballad of Forsaken Wives, by Mrs. Henry Mobley. My husband's gone and left me in the hills of Brown, forsaken me on account of others of this little town. He always been a blacksmith. I treated the man well. The last words he told me were, I'd better go to hell. It was awful hard to swallow, hard to get it down. Now he's forsaken me for others of this little town. He wants a younger woman in his older day. He says I'm getting old, and I'm turning grey. I always tried to treat him right, and do the best I could. But the worst words he could say to me always done him good. He is getting old, and I'm getting grey, but he'll see the time he'll wish he hadn't went away. He's gone and left me all alone. Perhaps he'll take one with him he can call his own. He's gone and left me in the hills of Brown, forsaken me on account of others of this little town. He's mine, let him go. God bless him wherever he may be. He can travel the wide world over and never find one like me. The Dying Hobo. 'Twas dawn by a western water tank, one cold November day. There in an open boxcar a dying hobo lay. His partner stood beside him with a sadly drooping head, listening to the last words that the dying hobo said. Goodbye, old pal, I'm going to a land where all is bright, where handouts grow in the bushes, and you can sleep out every night. The dying hobo's head dropped back, and as he sang his last refrain, his partner stole his shoes and socks and grabbed an eastbound train. Said a giddy old maid named Biddy McHugh, I'd like to be good, and I'd like to be true, for it's good to be good, but I'm not made of wood. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, no wonder I'm blue. Two Women, by N.P. Willis. The shadows lay along Broadway. 'Twas near the twilight tide, and slowly there a lady fair was walking in her pride. Alone walked she, but viewlessly walked spirits at her side. Peace charmed the street beneath her feet, and honor charmed the air, and all astir looked kind on her, and called her good and fair. For all God ever gave to her, she kept with cherry care. She kept with care her beauties rare, from lovers warm and true. For her heart was cold to all but gold, and the rich came not to woo, but honored well our charms to sell, if rights the selling do. Now walking there was one more fair, a slight girl, lily pale, and she had unseen company to make the spirit quail. To wit's want and scorn she walked forlorn, and nothing could avail. No mercy now can clear her brow, for this world's peace to pray. For as love's wild prayer dissolved in air, her woman's heart gave way. But the sin forgiven by Christ in heaven, by man is cursed away. Ring around the rosy cellar full of booze. We can have a party any time we choose. The night before payday. 'Twas the night before payday, and all through my jeans I searched but in vain for the price of some beans. Not a quarter was stirring, not even a jit. The coin was off duty, milled edges had quit. Move forward, O time, in thy flight. Make it tomorrow, just for tonight. Hubby came home tangle-footed. His wife met him at the door, grabbed the bottle from his pocket. Empty? Go and get some more. Irene Talbot, skillful typist, works for Dave A. Masterbuilt, writes a neat and snappy letter, marks it in this way. Damn it. Her plea for the prodigal girl, by O.D. Copeland. I have read The Death of the Martyrs, the story of Peter and Paul, the story of Luther and Calvin. I respect and honor them all, and also old Thomas and Stephen, honest and faithful men. And I've read the sweet story of Jesus, and expect to read it again. I've read of the Good Samaritan, of charity's lesson begun, and my heart goes out in great pity to the wayward prodigal son. All are so glad to welcome him, so quick to forget and forgive. It makes no difference what he has done, if only comes back to live. They have always prayed for the prodigal boy, since ever the world begun. The joy, the glory, forgiveness of the returning wayward son. But poets seem to forget to write of the saddest thing in the world. They are not so eager to welcome back the poor little prodigal girl. Just why she had turned out crooked, she happened to strike the right one, who had the slick tongue of a Judas, and that was your prodigal son. Though the boy is upheld and forgiven, it is common all over the world that you scornfully point out for gossip the poor little prodigal girl. There is nothing so truly pathetic as the life of the maidens who fall, and if you search down to the bottom, you will find man the cause of it all. But he is led back in society and nursed with the tenderest care, held up to the world as a hero, and mentioned in fervent prayer, while she is cast out from her loved ones, out in the hard, cruel world, and everyone points out and scorns her, the poor little prodigal girl. Now, as has been said quite often, and we will repeat it again, that the lowest of fallen women are better than most of the men? 10-year Mary saw her mother dolled all up, skirt a la sport. Mama, when will I be grown up and can wear my dresses short? Ahoy, Liza's victory! Returning from France, a coloured trooper was awakened from his nap on the deck by a companion, who shouted to him to get up and look at a passing sailboat. "Nigger," drowsily answered the reclined trooper, "don't you all waken me again till we pass a tree." Something to worry about. In Persia, boys and girls never play together. Customer in soft drink parlor. "Hey there, bartender, stop killing those flies. Don't you suppose I want a little kick in my beer?" Squaring himself. Everyone has heard authentic stories of the man who asked another, "Who is that old slob over yonder?" and got the reply, "She is my wife." But the story doesn't go far enough. Jones observed an old lady sitting across the room. "For heaven's sake," he remarked to Robinson, "who is that extraordinarily ugly woman there?" "That," answered Robinson, "is my wife." Jones was taken aback, but moved up front again. "Well," he said persuasively, "you just ought to see mine." End of section 13.